Josh Allen, Jaguars outside linebacker, with us. To that point, let's talk a little ball now. Another year, another defense. Well, how different is Mike Caldwell's scheme, and what does it do for a guy like you?
Oh, man, his scheme is just it's so different in so many different ways, if that I don't know, that was a little much.
Well, we need you to explain that, but yes.
So, the way I feel like this defense is built upon and the way he's teaching it to us, it's real professional. You know what I mean? It's real, okay, this is the call. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of stuff done, but study the film, study how we run it, know what you need to do, execute it. But he's also teaching it us in a way of as football players, not just, we don't just get a play, write it down, we'll walk through it. He's telling us the reason why we call this play in the situation that we would call this play. And so he's bringing us more situational awareness, and plus he played the game, so now he can speak to us in a way of, okay, like the little things, like, one of our outside backers, like if I'm drifting, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we don't need to drift, because if you drift now, we got this in breaking route right here. So when you get to your point, set right here, and now you play off of that. So just having that awareness now, especially for me, I'm year 4 now, and so I kind of can pick up on things a lot easier. So for me, I think it's real beneficial, because that's where, I want to improve my game on, is just in-play skills, you know what I'm saying, or taking it to the next level. And I feel like just with him and the other coaches around, I feel like we all are taking our game to the next level, and that's what I'm really excited about.
Josh Allen with us, Jaguars outside linebacker. Rushing the quarterback is priority number 1. We get that. But you mentioned, stepping back in coverage a little bit. I know you did some of that back in your college days. Did a little bit of that last year too, obviously, with an interception last season. But is it natural? Is it something you have to work on, your coverage skills, or is that just down the list of priorities for you?
I mean, an athlete is always going to be an athlete. I feel like even when you get a lot older and you play sports and you were a good athlete, I feel like that never leaves your body. So, like, heck, seeing Travon, you know what I'm saying, dropping coverage and move the way he does, and he never – I don't think he rarely dropped as much as the drops that we're doing here, and the transition that he's making. I feel like an athlete's always going to be an athlete. So, and I believe I'm a really good athlete, and I can do a lot of different things, and that's what I love about this defense, because I can be interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? If you think you have to just prioritize me on one thing, rushing a passer, I might drop, so now that might open it up for other people, and that's where I want to get Travon on, so he can have that similar threat. So it's like you don't know where we're coming from. We could be both dropping, rushing, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the next level comes from. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to know the play, and now you can read formations, and now you can adjust from what you want to do out those formations to mess with the disguises of, the fool with the offenses. But, for me, I feel like I'm there to a certain extent, trying to get everybody else around me involved in more of that. But we have to learn the plays, and, we have to learn it quick.
Josh Allen is with us. Travon Walker, first impressions of him, at least from me, it feels like he's just a straight pro. Like, he's here to work and get it done. He's not a big, flashy media type. That's not his personality, at least the first impressions I get. What is he like in the room?
He's a sponge. You know what I'm saying? He was exactly the way I was, you know what I'm saying, when I came into the league. And, he wants to achieve what he wants to achieve. You know what I'm saying? He has his goals and what he wants to do this year, and he's going to do everything he can to achieve those goals, and for himself and for this team. Because I told him, we win by our best players being great at all times. So, we drafted you here, and this is a standard that, that we set for each other. Not what the outside world or what, you're a number 1 pick, you got all this hype, you're supposed to be don't worry about that. Worry about the standard that we give each other, and, what we expect from you. And worry about that, worry about yourself, and worry about just coming here and do what you need to do. But for that, man, he's gonna be a heck of a player. And I feel like, as soon as, like I said, man, this defense can be complicated, but I feel like, when we take that next step and we understand this complicated defense, we can really do some crazy things with the defense that we have never seen in a long time in Jacksonville. And that's what I'm really excited about. And that's what I'm really excited about that man, because he can do the same things that I can do. Just has longer arms. And he's about 10, 15 pounds bigger than me. You know what I'm saying?
He gets off the bus, it's like, wait, okay, now you see why.
That's Travon Walker.
That's right.
And he's a humble guy also. He's an old soul. He's an uncle. He just has that uncle vibe. He's just kicking it and cooling it. And, he's just a person you want to be around. That's how old group. I got to shout out to the OLB
whole group's
group.
like that.
The whole group, man. We all vibe. We all kick it. We all want to be, and we all want to hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? That's our goal. And, not only for our group, but we have, I know I'm probably going a little extra, but, for our group, we want to set the standard. You know what I'm saying? But for us to set that standard for all, we have to set it for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And then people see how hard we work, see how hard we communicate, see how hard we fight for each other. Now another group might take that. Okay, now we need to get that. But we're all going to get this collectively because we all one unit. But for right now, you have to control yourself. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to control your unit, and then you can control the unit as one. So I feel like we're doing a good job at that on this OTAs period. And when training camp comes, we're going to ramp that up a little bit.
Josh Allen with us. It's Jaguars Happy Hour on 1010XL and Jaguars.com. JP Shadrick with the Jaguars outside linebacker, Josh Allen. All right, so there were some comments, I think, last week that were attributed to you after one of the practices. You talked about, you had kind of lost, I forget the exact words, but you had lost your focus, maybe some intensity the last year or so. That was the feeling, I think, of the article. The numbers had been down a little bit. You were trying to regain that focus in the off season. Is that accurate? And do you think you found the right track to get back to your rookie form, let's say?
Man, I think, just.
And why do you think you lost some of that over the last year or two? Or did you? Okay.
I mean,
everything that went on.
Yeah.
Got it.
What I'm saying? I don't want to really make no excuses, but as much stuff that went wrong last year, man, I feel like we can also gain from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, your failures, you fail so many times, you keep working at it, they're going to become your successes and your, things that you could take from that in life. So, I learned a lot from that year. I learned a lot from last year, and that carried me on to working as hard as I can and experiencing different things this all season and doing different things and being around certain different people. You know what I mean? I feel like that kind of, pushed me to really get to where I need to be as a professional and just as a teammate for not just for myself, but for all. And, for me, man, I just have to, for me, what gets me going is to stay committed. You know what I mean? Like, have a goal, stay committed to that goal, and hold yourself. Like, I got to hold myself accountable. You know what I'm saying? If I tell myself that I want to be great, you know what I'm saying? I want to achieve what I want to achieve this year, I have to do literally every single thing, you know what I'm saying, that I need to do, and that takes hard work every day, you know what I'm saying? But that's a commitment that I made for myself, and that's a commitment I'm going to, give to my teammates, and hopefully they can carry that with them as well.
Final couple of minutes with you, Josh. Thanks for the time today. We appreciate this. So you went to the Von Miller Pass Rush Academy camp thing a couple of weeks ago out in Las Vegas. Take us through that weekend. Was that your first time to go to it? And what do you get out of it as a pass rusher? And take us through Vegas.
Man, that was a great experience. That was my first time, at the summit, and that was my first time in Vegas. So it's two things I had to get adjusted to. But just the camp, man. The camp was it was so awesome for me because, like I said, I'm at that stage where I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And I think I think I'm on the right path. And so being out there to hear everything that I heard was on the right track to where I want to be. And so it was great to get more knowledge and to really, evaluate my game and to really dissect my game, study myself and see what type of player I really am. You know what I'm saying? And then chase after that and then grow after that. You know what I'm saying? So they really, like, as much stuff that they were teaching me about what they did and how they had successes, I had to figure out how can I take this and adapt it to myself and my scheme and my defense. And so that was the part that I really, went down there for. And plus, how did they take care of their body? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did they play at an all-time level every week? You know what I'm saying? And just being around guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, holding yourself to a higher standard, having those guys hold myself to a higher standard, that was the craziest thing, because they're seeing greatness in me that I know I see, but I haven't seen it yet. But they can see it. So that was a really humbling and cool experience that I had to, to take with me. And plus, I can take a lot of stuff back that I got from there, and I can bring it back here.
Bring it back in this room.
And so far, the little things, what I'm saying, the work ethic, what I'm saying, that we have is phenomenal. And if we be able to keep this up, like I said, we have to be committed. Can't be interested. You got to be committed to really want to achieve everything you want to achieve, and that's how you get, what you want. And Travon gonna break my record.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The
rookie record.
He's breaking my record.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Travon, but I had to let people know. They kept trying. They keep sleeping on him about being this.
You're right.
No pass rusher or no whatever.
You guys read all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
That dude. I read it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my partner. You know what I'm saying? So like, he's going out there and he's gonna affect the game in many different ways, and I'm excited to see that.
What's your off-season plans? What do you got coming up the next few weeks, Josh?
Man, obviously I'm gonna be working out. I got a trip to London.
Oh yeah, nice.
Next week.
Very nice.
Next week.
Big promotional tour. That's right. I forgot about that.
Super excited about that. My wife and I get to go out there and experience London together, and really just enjoy, the beautiful city of London.
You never really get to do that when you're playing there, because
exactly.
It's in and out. You're playing.
Exactly. So
good.
So yeah, I'm excited about that.
It'll be fun. Hey, Josh, always good to see you. Appreciate
Likewise.
the time, man.
Likewise.
That's Josh Allen, Jaguars outside linebacker. We're back in a moment. Jeff Lageman rejoins us after this.
Jeff.
It's Jaguars Happy Hour on the Jaguars Digital Network.